में ही देश की सेमीकंडक्टर यात्रा को विजन से वास्तविकता में बदल दिया है, जो सदी के तकनीकी नक्शे पर भारत का नाम सबसे ऊपर अंकित करने का सफल अभियान बन रहा है। आइए अपने हृदय के उद्गार अपने तालियों के माध्यम से प्रस्तुत करते हुए विश्व के सबसे लोकप्रिय राजनेता माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का पुनः अभिनंदन करें। We also extend a warm and respectful welcome to Shri Ashwini Vaishnav, Honorable Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Information and Broadcasting and Railways. Srimati Rekha Gupta, Honorable Chief Minister, Delhi. Shri Jitin Prasad, Honorable Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology and Commerce and Industry. And Shri S. Krishnan, Secretary, Minister of Electronics and Information Technology. And I take immense pleasure in welcoming the global semiconductor leaders, industry leaders, innovators, startups, students, academia, and representatives from central and state governments and all our esteemed guests. देवी और सज्जनों, सेमीकंडक्टर सिर्फ एक चिप नहीं है, बल्कि ये आधुनिक सभ्यता की धड़कन, इसकी जीवन रेखा है। इसे लेकर भारत हर स्तर पर आज अपने सपनों को आकार दे रहा है, ताकि हम आत्मनिर्भर बन सकें। और इस विराट परिवर्तन के पीछे है भारत के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी। वे नेता जिन्होंने आत्मनिर्भर भारत का सपना देखा, वे दूरदृष्टा जिन्होंने डिजिटल इंडिया की गाथा रची और जो आज भारत को सेमीकंडक्टर जगत का विश्व गुरु बनाने के पथ पर अग्रसर कर रहे हैं। इस सुअवसर पर मैं माननीय केंद्रीय मंत्री श्री अश्विनी वैष्णव जी से सादर अनुरोध करती हूं कि कृपया माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को एक अत्यंत विशेष स्मृति चिन्ह भेंट कर उनका अभिनंदन करें। और स्मृति चिन्ह में है विक्रम 32 बिट प्रोसेसर। ये चिप इसरो और सेमीकंडक्टर लैब में तैयार किया है। साथ में है 4 अप्रूव्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स की टेस्ट चिप्स और 28 चिप्स जिन्हें छात्रों ने चिप्स टू स्टार्टअप प्रोग्राम के तहत तैयार किया है। इनका फैब्रिकेशन और पैकेजिंग मोहाली के सेमीकंडक्टर हब में तैयार किया गया है। आपका आभार माननीय मंत्री जी। आदरणीय अतिथिगण, देश तकनीक की नई क्रांति का सूत्रपात कर रहा है। केवल 4 वर्षों में ही भारत ने शून्य से शिखर की ओर कदम बढ़ाते हुए सेमीकंडक्टर जगत में अद्भुत प्रगति की है। भारत की सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन की ऐतिहासिक नींव कैसे आत्मनिर्भरता की नई परिभाषा गढ़ रही है, इस शॉर्ट फिल्म के माध्यम से आइए डालते हैं इस पर नजर।
Every great revolution starts with a spark that spreads its energy and changes the landscape around it forever. Semiconductors, the tiny silicon marvels that beat at the heart of every device. Semiconductors are the new oil, powering intelligence. In the last 10 years, under Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi's visionary leadership, transformative policy reforms have driven exponential growth in India's electronics manufacturing sector. India's semiconductor market is projected to reach $110 billion by 2030 in the $1 trillion global semiconductor market. India's semiconductor mission started with launch of Semicon India program in December 2021, with a vision of positioning India as a trusted global partner in the semiconductor supply chain. This landmark initiative marked a turning point for India's transformation into a global semiconductor hub. DLI scheme empowers domestic companies with support up to 50% cost for chip design and 6 to 4% of net sales turnover, along with EDA tools, third-party IP cores and post-SI validation.
हमारा सपना है कि दुनिया की हर डिवाइस में इंडियन मेड चिप हो।
10 projects approved. These include Silicon Fab, Silicon Carbide Fab, and 8 packaging facilities producing 24 billion chips annually. With focused investments, policy support, and collaboration across industry and academia, India's semiconductor revolution is taking shape across the country there are 20% of the world's semiconductor design engineers in India. Under DLI scheme, 23 startups have been approved for designing semiconductor chips. 60,000 students trained under the Chips to Startup program. Together with Design-Linked Initiative Scheme, electronic design automation tools provided to over 280 plus institutes and 72 startups, making it the world's largest centralized EDA tools facility provided to students. These transformative projects will open up thousands of new job opportunities for startups, technicians and engineers. Revised semiconductor curriculum implemented by AICTE in more than 500 institutes. MOUs and MOCs with the US, Japan, Singapore and the EU. Partnerships with multiple countries for R&D and workforce development. India, it is crafting an overall ecosystem that is growing rapidly with investment commitments coming from global majors. Under New Bharat, industry will be encouraged to do R&D and setting up manufacturing facilities for equipment, semiconductor-grade chemicals, gases and materials for the development of complete ecosystem.
और अब भारत अगले 25 वर्षों के लक्ष्य पर काम कर रहा है.
From spark to silicon, from ambition to achievement, Bharat is rising and emerging as a reliable and trusted partner in global supply chains. This is Bharat, building the next semiconductor powerhouse. Jai Hind.
नई ऊर्जा और दूरगामी दृष्टिकोण के साथ सेमीकंडक्टर महाशक्ति बनने की दिशा में अग्रसर है भारत. देवी और सज्जनों, निवेशकों, शोधकर्ताओं और नीति निर्माताओं के साथ प्रतिभाओं का महाकुंभ है सेमिकॉन इंडिया 2025. और अब मैं केंद्रीय इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एवं सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी मंत्री माननीय श्री अश्विनी वैष्णव जी को स्वागत उद्बोधन के लिए आमंत्रित करती हूँ. सेमिकॉन इंडिया 2025 हमारे लिए केवल एक आयोजन नहीं बल्कि एक संकल्प पर्व है, एक विश्वास का उद्घोष कि भारत तकनीक का बाजार नहीं निर्माता बनेगा, उपभोक्ता नहीं दुनिया का विश्वसनीय साझेदार बनेगा. ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर फॉर द वेलकम एड्रेस.
Honorable Prime Minister of India Shri Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi Srimati Rekha Gupta ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, my colleague in the ministry Shri Jiten Prasad ji, distinguished industry leaders, students and guests from all around the world. Namaste and a very warm welcome to Semicon 2025. Friends, just a few years ago, we met for the first time to make a new beginning. Driven by our Prime Minister's far-sighted vision, we launched the India Semiconductor Mission. We collected together a team of globally renowned industry leaders and we started the new journey with laser-sharp focus on execution. And here we are today. In a short span of 3.5 years, we have the world looking at India with confidence. Today, construction of 5 semiconductor units is going on at a rapid pace. Pilot line of 1 unit is completed and we just presented the first Made in India chip to Honorable Prime Minister. Two more units will start production in a few months from now. The design of 5 more units is progressing very well. Ecosystem partners for chip manufacturing are all here. Overall, we can say that the foundation of this foundational industry is laid very well. Friends, we are living in unprecedented times. Global policy turmoil has created huge uncertainty. In these turbulent times, India stands as a lighthouse of stability and growth. In these uncertain times, friends, you should come to India because our policy is stable. We have managed the semiconductor mission in a transparent and professional way. We have attempted to cover all the important manufacturing sectors, from power electronics to consumer electronics to automobiles to defense and strategic sectors. Our decisions are backed by rigorous analysis done by professionals from the semiconductor industry. Friends, you should also come to India because demand is strong. Our electronics production has grown 6 times in the last decade, and electronics exports have grown 8 times. Demand for semiconductors is increasing every quarter as Make in India propels new plants in every sector. So this is the time for you to be in India. Friends, you should also come to India because we have a deep pool of talent. You might remember that in 2022, we promised 85,000 semiconductor engineers over 10 years. And we took that target to a whole new scale. Our Prime Minister always inspires us to think beyond the limits, and that's what we did in this semiconductor mission. Today, we have provided the latest EDA tools to 278 universities. Which country in the world can claim this kind of talent development program, friends? And by now, 60,000 engineering students have already worked on these EDA tools for more than 13 million hours, and the 17 student teams who have designed the chips and taped them out, these chips were today presented to Honorable Prime Minister. Friends, this kind of talent development shows our commitment, our Prime Minister's long-term vision to making India a semiconductor nation. Friends, you should also come to India because we have a vibrant startup ecosystem. Our startups are earning the confidence of investors. Every day we hear investors investing in the design semiconductor startups. Their IPs are increasingly embedded in products of leading international manufacturers. Industry leaders, you should also come to India because we are now on a path to becoming a product nation. Our design capabilities, which are very well known, our deep talent pool, again growing exponentially, and now the manufacturing facilities which are getting developed in India will give you a unique advantage. You will grow with India's growth. I would like to reiterate what our Prime Minister said at Semicon 2024. Our Prime Minister had said, when chips are down, you can bet on India. The recent Q1 growth of 7.8% is a proof of what our Prime Minister said. India is a dynamic economy full of resilience and potential. I once again welcome you all and thank you so much for being a part of this historic journey. Thank you. Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
बहुत बहुत आभार माननीय मंत्री जी। भारत के सभी राज्य आज भारत के इस मिशन में एक साथ आ खड़े हुए हैं। 10 परियोजनाएं जिन्हें स्वीकृति मिली है, जिनको 6 राज्यों में आगे बढ़ाया जा रहा है, और अत्यंत हर्षभाव से हम स्वागत करना चाहेंगे ओडिशा के मुख्यमंत्री मोहन चरण मांझी जी का, जो आज हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं। मान्यवर, भारत की सेमीकंडक्टर यात्रा में कॉर्पोरेट जगत और इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स की भूमिका अतुलनीय रही है। अब मैं अत्यंत गर्व और सम्मान के साथ हमारे आदरणीय उद्योग जगत के नेताओं को अपने विचार और अनुभव साझा करने के लिए मंच पर आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी। And it's my privilege to invite a well-known name in the semiconductor industry, Mr. Ajit Manocha, President SEMI, to please come to the dais and present his views for us. Mr. Manocha has been a champion of semiconductor industry collaboration as a critical means of advancing technology for societal and economic prosperity. He has 4 decades of industry experience. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ajit Manocha.
Good morning. Namaste. Good morning. आदरणीय प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी, अश्विनी वैष्णव जी, जतिन प्रसाद जी, Chief Minister Delhi, Ms. Gupta, and Chief Minister Odisha, and all the senior executives from MITI. this would have not happened without your vision and your support. Now, if you remember last year when we were the first global Semicon in Noida, I introduced one word, exponential. And the reason I did that, because Modi ji was explaining Moore's law and how India should follow or replicate Moore's law for India. And I explained the Modi's law of exponential growth. And just listening to the speech from Honorable Minister Vaishnav ji, I said, wow. I mean, this really makes me feel good that what I said, and now I can hear it, and I think we can all believe it, this is happening. And today, I will introduce one more word, a message from me. The word is unprecedented. Now, why is that important? So we know that exponential growth, you can see that in Modi's laws is explained there, although there's no slides, but I just want to explain a bit of this. As we saw in the video, industry is going to double to 1.3 trillion in next 6-7 years, and maybe in next 15 years to 2 trillion plus. It is happening, and the growth is double digits, low double digit or high single digit, quarter over quarter. And that's unheard of it. It is exponential growth. But what is unprecedented is the geopolitical issues. They are so different. Last year we talked about geopolitical issues, but what we talk today is very different landscape. Now that will have an impact, but we cannot be bogged down by any of those issues, and we need to keep going on this exponential path in an unprecedented way. What I am saying here, Semicon, besides we do a lot of other things like focus on talent, focus on climate, energy crisis, and so on, one thing is we are known for is enabling ecosystem. Ecosystem is prerequisite for the growth. If you don't have ecosystem, companies will not decide to bring mega projects into the country. So ecosystem is prerequisite. Semicons have been enabling ecosystems all over the world. And when you talk about the exponential growth, last year, one of the KPIs, we collect a lot of data, is how many exhibitor booths are here. We have representation from 48 countries and close to 1,250 or 75 booths. Last year it was 650 booths. And if we look at the history here, it took the Semicon in US 14 years to come to the 1,300 mark level. And it took China 13 years to come to 1,300 booths. India, in 2 years, we are at 1,300 booths. That is unprecedented exponential growth, Modi ji. So we are on the path and following your law and executing on your law. And I'm hoping the whole country will execute on the exponential law, because the growth is so important. It is important for the humanity because semiconductor is foundational to humanity, and we need to also focus on the supply chain resiliency. If we do not capture the growth, and of course many other countries are growing, there's a lot of growth in other countries, and as Mantri ji explained about the potential that India offers, I think it will be only up to us to not follow that exponential curve that I showed. So we are on the track, and we will continue on that path. You have my commitment, and my team is fully committed. And the number of leaders have come here last year and this year. They believe in you, Modi ji, and they believe in the country, and they also believe in the industry. They want to continue the growth globally, but also in India, because that creates a balanced approach to preserve the supply chain resiliency. So with that, I'll say, continue the path of unprecedented exponential growth in India and in the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manocha, for your inspiring words. And now I request our distinguished guest, Mr. Christophe Fouquet, CEO ASML, to enlighten us with his thoughts. As we're all aware, ASML is the world-leading semiconductor equipment company, is pivotal in the semiconductor ecosystem, as it manufactures those machines essential for advanced chip fabrication. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Christophe Fouquet.
Honorable Prime Minister Modi, esteemed member of the government, distinguished guests and industry peers. This is a great honor and privilege to stand in front of you today at the beginning of Semicon India. This gathering marks a moment for India in its journey towards technology and semiconductor. On behalf of ASML, allow me to express our sincere gratitude for your leadership and vision in bringing us together. In particular, we extend our thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister and all the dignitaries present for their dedication to the advancement of India in the global semiconductor arena. Semiconductors are the critical enablers of the modern world, from powering mobile phones, medical devices, to advanced manufacturing and renewable energy, and of course, AI. Today, semiconductors are everywhere. Tomorrow, AI will be everywhere. Countries around the world are racing to secure their technological future, and we applaud India's ambition to emerge as a leader in this space, an innovation powerhouse harnessing the potential of over 1 billion minds. The importance of the semiconductor industry for the future of India cannot be overstated. It represents not only an opportunity for economic growth and job creation, but also an opportunity for national resilience. By developing semiconductor manufacturing and design capability, India can secure its supply chains, foster innovation and entrepreneurship, and unlock new opportunities in research and education. At ASML, we see in India a partner with great potential, and we are committed to helping you as we shape the future of technology. We are dedicated to supporting India's ambition, whether through collaboration, knowledge exchange, or talent. Our advanced lithography solution can help India's fabs to achieve cutting-edge performance. Through decades of innovation in lithography, ASML has enabled the production of ever smaller, more powerful, and more efficient microchips. We look forward to bring this transformative technology to India and its manufacturing fabs. Together, we can build an open ecosystem where ideas can flourish and innovation will only be limited by the imagination of our people. ASML is very proud to play its part in this journey, and we look forward to deepening our collaboration in the year ahead. Let me close by once again thanking all government representatives in attendance, especially Prime Minister Modi. We are very much honored to stand with you and to embark together with you on this journey with India. The future is bright, and together we can shape it with the promise of progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fouquet, for your words of support for India. And now I am honored to invite our esteemed guest, Mr. Tim Archer, CEO, Lam Research, to deliver the address. Lam Research is a global leader in semiconductor manufacturing equipment with innovation at its core. It plays a pivotal role in advancing AI, 5G, and next-generation electronics. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Tim Archer.
Honorable Prime Minister Modi, dignitaries, industry leaders, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here at Semicon India to help with this opening. And on behalf of Lam Research, I would like to thank Prime Minister Modi and the Indian government for your leadership and commitment to building a world-class semiconductor ecosystem. We are proud to be a long-term partner on this journey. As a leader in the semiconductor manufacturing equipment, Lam Research is committed to driving the success of our customers. And as the industry grows towards this $1 trillion mark and beyond, we continue to invest in technology, talent, and supply chain around the world, including here in India, as the country escalates its role in the industry. We see India laying a foundation for a resilient semiconductor ecosystem. The future of the Indian semiconductor industry is bright. This is an emerging market with a deep talent pool and a government that's actively enabling progress through incentives and policy. We see Lam as well positioned to contribute to these efforts here. We have had a presence in India for 25 years, and our India team is a critical enabler of our technology innovation and global operations. The Lam India Center of Engineering has grown from software and hardware services to be a development center supporting key engineering and operational disciplines. Now, in the context of a $1 trillion semiconductor industry, a larger, more resilient supply chain becomes essential. And we are making good progress integrating India into our global supply chain ecosystem, which we believe will deliver shared value across the industry. We are also proud of our Semiverse Solutions platform, which is being used to train the next generation of semiconductor technologists around the world, including here in India and the United States. In India, we've enrolled more than 60 universities in collaboration with the India Semiconductor Mission and the Indian Institute of Science, with the goal of training 60,000 engineers over 10 years. This is not just workforce development, this is ecosystem transformation. We're excited by the semiconductor industry's rapid evolution. As demand surges and technological complexity accelerates, the need for collaborative innovation, resilient supply chains, and diverse talent pools has never been greater. Lam is proud to be part of this global transformation, driving the breakthroughs that will shape the future of technology, and together we are building a semiconductor industry that will power progress for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Timacher. We deeply appreciate your presence and your words today. With immense honor, I now invite Mr. Kai Beckmann, CEO Merck, to address this august gathering. Merck is a key supplier of advanced materials and solutions used in semiconductor manufacturing, the materials that make chips possible. And it is one of the world's oldest science and technology companies, ladies and gentlemen. With a round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Kai Beckmann.
Namaskar. Honorable Prime Minister Modi, Honorable Union Minister, Chief Minister, Ministers, Secretaries, dear Ajit, respected fellow CEOs, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it fascinating how technological innovation is advancing our lives with increasing speed? All of this is made possible by advanced computer chips. And with advancements in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, robotics, and other emerging technologies on the horizon, the semiconductor industry is poised for promising growth. However, the semiconductor industry is inherently complex, necessitating in participation of all stakeholders to build a robust ecosystem. High-quality materials are essential for computer chip production, as the manufacturing process relies on over 500 chemicals and 50 gases, often requiring electronic-grade purity exceeding 99.999%, and we use up to 2/3 of the available elements on the periodic table to develop the most advanced material solutions for the industry. As a global leader in semiconductor materials and materials-related solutions, my company, Merck, headquartered in Darmstadt, Germany, is dedicated to supporting India's growth by leveraging our expertise and know-how. Founded in 1668, around the time the Taj Mahal was completed, with 357 years of heritage, we've been proudly operating for 57 years in India, with over 4,500 employees in several manufacturing sites through our 3 business sectors: electronics, life science, and healthcare. We are a vital enabler of India's strategic industries, semiconductors and biotech. As geopolitical challenges are rising in recent years, the semiconductor industry is navigating unprecedented challenges. On the way into a multipolar world, we are currently facing significant uncertainties, disrupted supply chains, and a reshaped global technology landscape. In response, companies are adapting their strategies, diversifying their supply chains and mitigate risk and strengthen resilience. We are seeing significant progress with leading companies like Tata Electronics, Micron, Powerchip, and now dedicated to build new semiconductor fabs. I'm excited to learn that soon we will have the first made in India chip, and that its local semiconductor market is projected to reach staggering 100 billion by